I got a question. You being a preacher in the ministry, how you balance your life out, like Hollywood? I like that.
Look, we better go somewhere.
It's like a duality. Like, how you balance this duality over? How you balance that without going insane?
But let me look. Now watch this. And you own a song, but check this out. I sacrifice, like I said, being out there like that. My name is Timothy. First name is Timothy. 4 and 12. Preach the word of God. Then out of sea. Let nobody despise you in your youth. You understand? Paul in that Philippian jail. Timothy and Silas in there with him. Them jail bands wall flew open. They in jail. They could have ran off. But when God got the mission stay for your life, his last mission, Paul had to get the Rome. Mm-hmm. So he had to stay there. All that abuse, the magistrate beating him with belts and everything, whooping him, talking about he a Jew. No, he was the same thing like them. He's a Levite. So God will make your enemies your footstool, but at the same time, are you willing to keep him first? What do you to gain the world and lose your soul? You can never gain the world, but you can't lose your soul trying to gain it. Paul did what he did, but Jesus paid the ultimate price. Your sin debt was paid for. By us being in the sin, we understand that we're going to continue to sin every day, but you don't have to get up out your bed and pick it up. Some of the most devious, demonic, evil people are in the ministry. Pastors, first ladies, church members, because it's a charming witchcraft. Sheep and wool clothing. Back at it.
Got Tim Jenkins in the building.
Jennings. Jennings.
Jennings.
Yes.
Oh,
say it with me. Tim Jennings.
Tim. We got to say it together.
Tim Jennings. Or same cadence. Tim Jennings. You got it?
Got you. I can't talk for real. My speech ain't all that good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. So before we start the show off, man, just let the viewers know who you is. Before we get to the podcast, just let them know about yourself, your personal self.
Well, I'm Tim Jennings originally from Flint, Michigan, but I've been in Birmingham for just a multitude of my life. So I'm Tim Jennings. I've been doing stand-up 25 years. Entrepreneur, run my own landscaping company. Just a man that's putting in the work, for us being an entrepreneur, knowing what it takes to be great at something, and me knowing not having a father figure as a child coming up in the world saying, hey, this is what you got to do to be great, and not having no one to influence me of what I need to do right or wrong. I just grabbed this bull by the horn, just created Tim Jennings, and I just been working hard at that as a young man to get to where I'm at today, just working, man. And hey, just a young man growing to be old, enjoying what I do in the craft of doing stand-up and entertaining people, do laughter and songs in the ministry, man. That's nothing complicated, but just doing the will of God, man. Do laughter and stuff like that. Nothing big. It's just what I love to do. It just make people laugh, man.
Right. So I know, talk about what we were talking about. I know you said you transitioned into like landscaping with your business, but you were doing comedy for how long?
25 years.
25 years. Woo. And what made you come back to Birmingham?
That's a great way to start this segue, because being a man that, for me, a man that loves the Lord, and you can have everything you want in the world, but at the same time, you ain't got happiness and peace. Money don't mean nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So being in LA, running around 21 shows in 3 weeks, Chicago, Miami, Detroit, back to LA, doing that for 8-9 years in a row, understanding the business on the ground, because some of the people that I was connected to, they had already proceeded to be kind of major in the business. So I had the opportunity to get connected with some people that can put me basically at the Red Stand Cheese, at the comedy store, the improvs, all around the country, all the punchline. So God blessed me to see the whole business from the year 2007 to 2016 in LA, just traveling, living out of suitcase and stuff. And at the same time, having all the money, having all the fame, but underground it. Like you see all the different comics doing everything they're doing today. But if you get the same kind of approach in life behind the scenes, so now you see me in these lights.
Right.
That's not, it don't really move me because of what I did underground, the chitlin circuit. I remember the guys like the Cat Williams and all the different names. You see the Mike Epps and all the different names, the Kevin Harts. I remember they were just trying to get started when I was there. So to see where they're at now, which is great, but for me, being out there and seeing what I seen, I wouldn't sacrifice my relationship that I had with God, no matter what kind of money, no what kind of opportunities came. I'm not knocking nobody else the way they got it, but if it's not for me, I just shut it down. All the opportunities, the Comings Unleashed, the Byron Allens, the Last Comin' Standing, the Who's Got Joke, the First Amendment, the Def Jam, the Comic View. I read that with all that.
Right.
The P Diddy, the Bad Boys. With all of it at the same time, the industry, everything still also falls up under the umbrella of politics.
Politics, yes.
And no matter how good you are, no matter how confident you are, no matter what you bring to the table, if they don't feel that it's your time, they're not going to move your way. Money don't mean that it's also a business at the end of the day.
Right.
So that's what caused me to say, okay, I see what I have to do to get to this level, but at the end of the day, am I willing to sacrifice what I have over here with God?
Right.
And that's what I say. That's how I got back home. But God said, I got you telling jokes. I got you having fun with it. All your pockets full. You living good, but are you happy?
Right.
Which I was never happy.
That's the thing too, right? Sometimes it start off fun, but with like you said, business and politics get into it. It make it not fun no more because it seems like you got to do this. You got to do this. They make it to like we might well get you a job because they running the numbers on you. Got to do this. You got to do this. You got well, I don't want to do it, but I got to do it.
Facts.
So you making the fun out of it.
Facts. Because you look at that falls up under your peace.
Right.
Peace so surpass all understanding. You should be able to understand in the situation, but at the same time, when you going in with this compassion and to have fun, like you say, you hitting it. You know how to market, consult yourself. You know how to sell yourself. You know how to be funny. You got you a good following. Because you've been seeing my show, people come here, Atlanta, Georgia, Gulf Shore to support. And I'm originally from Birmingham, but same time, I'm still doing the body of work of the major companies that come from all around the country.
Right.
I'm doing it right here in Birmingham, and you have seen it. But the thing is, though, we go back to what you just said. You are valuable because you're a gift. But when you are valuable and you continue to make yourself available just for your compassion, now the people that see you valuable, but you also available every time they come at you, now you're degrading your value.
Yeah, that's
they see you coming consistently.
Right.
See, you hurting yourself, your value is slowly declining. You going at it because you love it, right?
Right.
But they looking at it that they can call you every time and John on the spot.
Right.
The bag ain't right, but you doing it because you love it. They don't look at it like that.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying because most times that's called controlling.
Facts.
So that's why I get when most people say I want to sign this deal because they control people with money. And you got to keep doing this thing. Like I get what you're saying, like a business owner. Yeah, if I don't feel like doing it all week, I ain't gonna do that all week. I can make my little money and just chill out. I can disappear for a while and come back. But once you under these contracts and stuff with it, you got to keep doing.
That's right. A piece of meat.
Yeah, they might clone you. Damn, you die, so they clone you.
But you know something, Big Rock, that's true though, because once again, what do you use to gain the world and lose your soul?
Right.
If you don't put yourself in the position of entrepreneurship, if you don't put yourself to where you're independent, I get all the contracts in my file cabinets, in my office. I have contracts from Las Vegas, I have contracts from Los Angeles, I have contracts from people here for want to manage, want to do this. If I'm doing all this stuff and I got a team of my own that we already doing this, why am I going to put my name on a piece of paper with you and pay you some money to come work for me, to do something, to put me in more lights and more marketing, a brand, all this stuff that I'm already doing?
Right.
So I'm going to take your contract and put it in the file cabinet. And I'm going to watch it for 5 or 6 months to see who you got on your roster and see how long they hold on. Right. They end up being there 4 or 5 months. So I did a good thing by not attaching myself to that. Now here it is, 2 years going, I'm still working, you trying to find you some more fish to catch.
Right.
See, that's why when you're independent, if you got over $1 million for me, got over $1 million or whatever vested into what I got going on now. So why am I going to just put my whole furlough in the hands of somebody that say that they can make me greater than I already am? What you need to do is bring a bag to the table.
Right.
Let me start my mouth off by dropping this on you. So I'm eager to work with you now, because you done show me that, okay, it ain't about the money, it's about me making you great, but same time, here's a bag to kind of help you with where you already at, to show that I want to help you get further. You are not only investing yourself and your ability in me, you're investing some of your money into me to show you that I know what you're already investing into yourself. Let me give you a little bag to help you along the way, because we're going to get that back in some more. That's what people show when they love you.
Right.
So they coming in on what you done built already, saying, hey, I can help you get better, man. I can start the podcast for you. I can start this game show for you, man. You and them shoes and them ties, man. I got so much I can do for you. Okay, I hear all that.
Right.
But no, show me something that outside of what I've already done for myself. Because people will treat you, like you just said, as a piece of meat in this business.
Right.
And I understand that. So that's why I try to keep myself valuable and don't make myself too available. The more you keep talking, that's a good one to keep, man. Because it's very important, bro. Because people see you always every time they call you. You showing up. But you showing up because you love what you do. You got a different perspective than them. They look at that like, oh, he desperate. I keep getting him less of the bag. We know he supposed to fly through the roof. We ain't gonna let you fly through the roof, because long we can keep you local, they're not gonna be consumed with your universal, your global mindset. That's the business. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding my ministry, that's what makes me be who I am, which also make people feel some type of way because they can't use you.
Right.
They can't take advantage of your talents,
Right.
because they doing it every day. If they can get away, instead of you giving you $300, if they can get away giving you $30 because you desperate, they're gonna do it every chance they get.
Right.
And I experience it. That's what we as comics, that's why I say, and I give it to you, if we as comics, 2026 is coming, anywhere around the world, and I'm gonna release it with you, because I haven't said it with nobody, not even on my own podcast. In reality, just look around, Rob. In the world, everybody else is blowed up. Every other state, boom. What's left? Birmingham, Alabama, 50, 60 years behind. So where else do they have to throw the spark plugs in the fire and the stars at but here? Just the last of the bowl.
Right.
So all these comics and whatever entertainment in this city, all they got to do is chill out, because the entertainment district was never here. When I left, it wasn't here. My dad died telling me, he said, son, I might be dead and gone. He said, but when I die, you'll get opportunity to see the entertainment district. It's here. The money's downtown, but a lot of folks are not in a position to be able to put themselves in position to get it, because the grant, the business opportunity.
Right.
See what I'm saying? We don't know the loopholes to go at the bag.
Yeah. I look at it. I think black people try to make it hard on black people. Try to make things difficult. So when you reach out for black people about business and stuff or anything, they gonna put you around a rabbit loop to make shit hard. Then when you start researching yourself, like I said, everybody just go read for yourself and research. Shit simple. But when you start talking to people, they want to put it in a case that they gonna make it complicated. Hey, you going through these little loops where you ain't even had to go through all that.
Well, and I can relate to that too, because you look at it where you're going, like let's use as an example a college degree.
Right.
We can take these other people can go to college for 3 years and get their degree.
Right.
We got to go 6 or 7 for the same degree, and then get that degree, be working at Popeyes, McDonald's, Church's Chicken.
Right.
Because we have to take the long route of least resistance instead of doing the hard route. We have this thing we talk about the mentality of our people. I'm not inferior, I'm not afraid of who you are, because once again, you're not in my way.
Right.
We're in 2 totally different lanes. So whatever energy is no different in social media.
Right.
I watch what I do on social media. You watch my pages. I'm creative every day.
Right.
I write every day, Monday through Friday. And reading what you see out of me in my pages, because I help work with these different people. People not on time. We gotta interview me at 6 p.m. Where am I at? I'm here a quarter to. I sit in the truck 15 minutes.
Right.
See, okay. But what I'm saying is that you can have your pages. These people, like I said, it makes it hard for you to do what you do. But they don't like you, but they like what you do.
Facts.
If I wear a certain suit, you don't like me, but I look up 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you got on the same suit, but yours don't fit you because you ain't tailored, because you don't wear them like this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to come to you and say, yo, bro, oh, man, you copying off me. Your presence show it, but you're mad at the person for what he got going on. You done already walked through the door. I'm not trying to bust the door down. Just give me the direction that you went, and I go and knock on it for myself. If you greeted when you die, Will Fargo, no Brinks truck is not following you to the cemetery. So if you already got it, why not pass the love to somebody else? Try to make it more complicated and set landmines up for people to walk on and blow up, and you ain't already got yours.
Right.
If we come together, we more in strength in numbers. Like the brother,
I got a question on that. I feel about that when you said we come together, because just like I said, I ain't trying to put light on white business. But white business had a thing like a pyramid. But guess what? At the same time, all these gentlemen is businessmen. And they on the branching off each other when they on to spend money with each other. So when we say with black people, it gonna be somebody leeching off you because he has nothing to offer.
Facts.
See, we always trying to bring our homies in. They have nothing to offer. They always backfire on them.
Facts.
But then sometimes I don't like him because he's from this side of town, such and such. This is why we go be at the bottom.
Right.
We gonna stay at the bottom.
Right.
Because we understand structure. We trying to bring our buddies, families into our business. Instead of have a business mind, like, boom, I want to connect with this brother on this level while he still shine his light on his business. I can shine my light on my business, but we still connect together in the pyramid as a universal business.
And those kind of conversations that we should be having as a whole.
Right.
Business meetings, what I'm saying? Coming together, called me and Avin Garrett, we was on this event together, shout out to, Miss V and all of them doing some positive stuff. Matter of fact, she's at the car right now doing some stuff, and we talking about 2026, some major stuff. My whole objective, man, me and my team, I'm excited, I'll be happy for what we have going on, but just me being honest with you guys, man, and being honest with you, I shed a tear because I don't get the opportunity to share the wealth with my brothers.
Right.
It's not a good thing when you happy and blessed by yourself. God bless the giver, not the taker. Where do you think in your mind that you being a taker, trying to take something from somebody that you didn't earn? Social media is a copycat. It's a copycat place. People can just go right on there and see you do something and go and flip it. I have birthed so many infants on social media, and I watch them. You understand? Comics and everything. But I don't say nothing because I know the creation, the things that you're doing, I'm driving you because of my drive.
Right.
But by me being creative every day, it's not jealousy, it's not insecure, it's not arrogant, it's not boldness, it's just the drive that I have in myself. And my wife, my team can tell you, my determination, no is a yes for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Unfortunately, you might be getting it another way. You might have failed short and taken certain things, but that ain't me because my soul don't resonate with stuff that I know that don't resonate with God is doing through me. So when certain things come up and let me say this. Like you said, how we tackle each other, right, with certain things. Before I even launch back at a person that do certain things or disrespect me, it's like a three-piece suit. You remember my three-piece suit, that joke I did?
Yeah.
I do people the same way, Rob. I let you say stuff about me. I done heard it. I done heard you say it to me. A whole three-piece suit. The pants, the coat, and the vest. Disrespected me. So, I don't let you get to the pants, the shoes, or the socks.
Right.
I catch you at the shoes because now it's time for me to walk. But here it is. I done let you got me 3 times. The first time I tell you no, that's what you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even want to have nothing to do with you. Long as you a yes man.
Right.
Instead of being a chief and a bunch of Indian, eagle fly alone, butterfly and pats. Them facts. But when you trying to do it like that, you find 13, 14 over there against you. Now you feeling some type, oh man, they're against me. You should feel good. Because it take 13 guys to handle little Tim Jennings. I'm winning.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I do with it. So let's go to the stage. Right. Be creative. I'm not your problem. Because my worst critic is myself. I put the pressure on myself. But when it comes down to people, we should be coming together and stop trying to say what you don't like about this person. But as soon as you get on stage, you may not say the joke the same way he said. You just chopped it up. But if a man use your joke on stage, and there's no joke up on the sun that having nobody to recreate it, right? Mm-hmm. But you know chemistry when it come down to comic. So reality, you at a show, you see a comic do a joke that they know belong to another comic. In reality, he thinking about him.
Right. But that's self-sabotage yourself.
But a lot of them won't say that. That's why I said that.
I'm like, well, I get mad, just let him kill himself.
And I catch that. But at the same time, you'll come to me and say something stupid to me. Here I am suited and booted, getting ready to go headline the show. You come off the other side of the room. I'm back there with all the comics. I'm ready to go up and headline my show. You know, I be chilling.
Right.
You gonna come say something to me like this? Man, I ain't seen you in a while. I thought you were dead. You're another comment. But here's the thing. Okay, you throwed that blow, I called it. I don't want to disrespect my comment that came from Texas and all that type of stuff, but I quietly leaned over there to him. Did what I said to him. I said, ain't you the one just had a heart attack and a stroke? Nigga, you close to a casket than me. Now, dog, no, but look what you just said.
Right.
I took the 3-piece suit now in this room. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just showing you that's how this game is. What's that really necessary? I ain't never had no beef with you. The only beef you have with me is that you see me every time you see me, I'm shining like a penny and I'm putting my work on the stage. You see me, you come to my show, you'll see me. What do I bother anybody? I take pictures with anybody.
Oh, yeah. I
do my funny. You know what I'm saying? I sell my merch. I gave my fan what I do. You don't watch me. You ain't never seen me just be picked with nobody. I show love to everybody.
I get it, but I don't. It's my thing about like the comments and the rappers, right? It really don't matter if you don't like me, as long as my audience like me.
Facts.
That's what really matters.
Facts.
I don't care what he doing.
Facts.
As long as my fans like me.
Facts.
Now, only time I get upset, you start taking my fans away from me. Now, you taking my people away from me, it's gonna be a different story. But when you care about me, I really don't care.
Right.
But like you said, when you said my people come here once and shut the house down.
That's it.
My people come here. It's about pleasing my fans.
That's
I don't need to please no other comment, no other person, trying to please them.
That's right.
I think that what everybody felt in it because they worry about what the other comment do.
That's it.
They be worried about my followers.
Right. And you can't sell tickets nor put people in seats because you got this perfect agenda against the other comic. And your fans are suffering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you just said it. That's why my whole objective, even sometimes when I know the money ain't right, certain things, I never let that energy change myself to cheat my people on stage. Because I've been on it and it's been a long time. I dealt with all kind of janky promoters. I've done it all. But the one thing I have never done, even when I had whatever I have going on behind the stage or in the office before I get my bag, before I hit that stage, I'd be feeling some type of way where I've been mistreated, but I never took that to that stage.
Well, yeah, look at it like this too. The people that Pete Gang, I think it's fucked up. Umar Johnson, he don't care what after the artist got to say about his ass. You know, he go to his people. He said, "Cash at me." Y'all didn't see me. Cash at me. I need $100. I'm broke.
Right.
He got followers, so that what matters.
Right.
It matter what you say about me.
Yeah, because that's what people want to talk about.
My fans, my followers, I go online right now. And I ask them for some money, and they go send it to me. I'm like, God damn, he a wizard or something.
But see, that's between him and his fans.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The one that have this ill feeling toward him, once again, they go to propaganda. Social media.
But he never respond.
No, he don't respond to them.
You don't pay it on
thing. No, because he winning over here.
Yeah, he get money.
Yeah, because negativity is still itself faster than something good anyway. Right. It's explosive. So content, put good content out here. See what numbers and what kind of hits it get. It's not going to get the hits. Something that's some confusion, some drama, some mess, something negative, it goes viral.
But you got to look at it too. I want to say this too. Of course, it go viral. They want to be a one-time hit. I seen people with drama. I don't see them no more.
Facts.
They had that one Hall of Fame.
Facts.
It's over with.
Yeah. So you got to continue to be creative.
Yeah. You can come out with a negative thing about somebody. Yeah. You probably make that person famous, but that's all you had to offer.
But we talking about that. That's what's on the table though. Yeah. That's what's going on.
If somebody talking about me viral, he probably had his 2 or 3, 4 months of fame. After that, it's over with.
Yeah.
You don't hear from that person no more.
You got to stay creative. That's the beauty of being in the entertainment business.
Right.
It's the internet and the individual. Okay. I see people that I never thought would be on social media, like in the content creating arena, that want to be showing their face and doing certain things. And you have stuff across the board, for sexual content to embarrassing content to this. We're not ashamed to put whatever we can on that social media site to see where can it go. And some of the stuff, the way it's going, it goes. But I'm like, man, come on. That's a bad hit against our people because me and you being the same color, they see that. See, that's how they are. Look at that. Look at this. They're attaching us to other situations, and that stuff is moving fast because you know the algorithm The AI, it can move how I want to move. Cause on all my, I'm on everything. 1 minute, you got 20, 500,000 views, 700,000 views. Then you go back next month, 7,700. You know what I'm saying? When they see you moving, they can pull that thing back now. On no matter, you got to call them out. All of them. They can pull your stuff back and slow your roll up. Cause if some might drop them, they'll put a spill on. It wasn't good for this. It wasn't good for that. In the algorithm, how they want to move with stuff. 1 minute you can have this many hits on something. Not like you can get the same amount of hits every time, but once you go back, the number don't come from 20, 30,000 hits in 2 days to 300 to 30. See, them folks, they in that slot.
Right.
They like them 16-second skits.
Right.
You see what I do, They like that. So every time you drop one, you got 1,500 gonna hit it every time. And everybody gonna start following you. You know what I'm saying? I deliberately took on my Facebook page, I shared it with you. On my Facebook page, I took out 2,000 people before I started doing social media content and building my fan base. I got rid of 2,000 people because I said, well, these ain't none of my friends. So what I need them for? I got rid of them. 2,000 people just sit there and just deleted 2,000 friends. Within 6 weeks, starting all the way over again, 2,500 new friends.
So you had to.
You sit there in your head.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Okay, you're like, wow.
So I feel like you had to,
I deleted.
You deleted
2,000 people that just page watching. That I don't really want to have nothing to do with. In just one couple of days, deleted 2,000. 6 weeks, I had 2,700. Not only 2,000 that I got rid of, I got that 2,000 back plus another 700 in 6 weeks. That's almost 3,000 new followers in less than 2 months.
It's crazy.
You know what I just said with you?
I get sometimes you got to impact your clause and bring new in.
No, but the reason I said that to you, but when you got people that dealing with content creator, they don't care where the fans come from.
Right.
You understand? It could be a Wonder fan. They wanted to spin. They just want the numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which I know I can't control everybody to get on my page because at the same time, every comment, a lot of them be over the top. You know what I'm saying? If no matter, because I'm on both sides. I'm over in the ministry. And then I'm over in the comedy world. If I'm putting something that ministry, like I be attacking them pastors and stuff like that, I done been in there. T-shirt, trophy, certificate. I'm the chief of staff of a church. Sit right next to the man. I wear 4 suits a week. Suits and tie, tell lies. I got 150 of them and 100 pair of shoes. So what are we talking about? So whatever I discuss, it ain't what nobody told me. You feel what I'm saying? It's what I done lived and what I seen. I done sponged my way through life. So now once I got into the last 25 years of this content, creating this stand-up, the people, I was in the social media content before it got onto the computer. Because we was outside. You know what I'm saying? You see all the young comics coming up now on stage doing what they doing. They got 4 and 5, 15, 20 million followers.
Right.
Okay. But the one that was already out there, I don't call their name because that's one thing I do. I don't call other comics that no matter how high he is or how low he is, I'm going to call Tim Jennings' name.
Right.
He ain't calling my name. But at the end of the day, they was already outside, but they were smart enough to connect with the younger comics that got the 15, 20 minute followers. You seeing them all. You take one of the old OG, let them host, and put all that young riffraff behind them. He's still winning because he getting the bag. You understand what I'm saying? Because he got all the TV credits. They got the social media credit. So if I got all these TV shows and all these credit from these movies and stuff, I'm the one going to get a following too because they were watching TV before they got on the computer.
Right.
That's a win-win both ways. The young boy got 15 million followers, and the one that with the TV credit, the older cats that's hosting, they getting the market. See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we should do. My movie credits and stuff with Meshack Taylor, Anime Horror, all the stuff I did in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? You take the comics here in Birmingham, Alabama, we should be able to say, okay, let's come together. Boom. Let's create this wave, this tsunami. This Melissa just left like in Jamaica with my people.
Right.
We had to send money over there and do things. A Software Power, all these different kind of track stars, and a same bowl. I'm over there, I see all these folks, man. But at the end of the day, I just left there in July, and I know I'm gonna go right back in November, which was this month. But some told me not to go. My son had just came back in September. And another part of mine, daughter just came back 2 weeks before we hit on their honeymoon, just got married.
Right.
And now you see Jamaica is upside down, man.
Yeah.
Financially. And here they're just 2 months prior to that, I'm on the real walk with all these young boys treat me like a king. If I take $50 and split it among 10 guys like I gave them $5,000 a piece, them young boys like little warriors and soldiers, because you watch how they live. Sometimes you got to go to these islands and get a reboot because these niggas just stuck in this local mindset, ain't seen no universal or no global lifestyle. They can't relate to where you coming from. So that would make that Willie Lynch, that slave mentality still stick so hard.
Right.
Because you ain't went nowhere. Everything for you is local. Local bread, local shopping. You don't do nothing universal. You don't even go watch the Universal and Hollywood Soul Circus or nothing. Think universal, think global. Then you won't have your mind so stuck into where we at. And that's what I do. I go to these places, these different countries, and do a reboot. Take my shoes off and walk on that grass. You understand what I'm saying? Because that Jamaican, they in flip-flops all day. Tennis shoes ain't no thing for them. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna go support Jordan. We gonna buy all this stuff. But we're not trying to get back to our culture. You know, we're not trying to see what it's really about. So when I see them folks over there living like they live, transportation, the Chinese smart, they come over there and bought $40 million worth of roads and build a manufacturing, shipping all them trucks and transportation over there with them. What are we doing as us to help our own people? Other people invest, like you said, invest into us more than we invest into ourselves.
Right. So it kind of, let's say this, right? Me as a black man, I'm just telling you how it goes, right? I'm just telling you, it's real life. Me as a black man, right? I let my people go. I don't build my people, so I build with the white people. You never gonna get high with them because they gonna look at you as a traitor. Because you trade your own people. So you're less of a man, so you over here with them, they gonna treat you like a dog. Because you're a traitor.
Right.
And that's how they do it.
Wow. That's crazy. But being who you are, everything is lights, cameras, and action.
Yes.
You in a position, not only can you be creative, but same time you can make somebody else look outstanding as well. It's like a captain on a ship. Everybody plays a role.
Right.
You can't be the captain. You gonna need a deckhand. You're gonna need a cook. You're going to need a server. You're going to need a TSA. You're going to need a baggage claim. If everybody played their role on the ship, that's how the ship sails smooth. You remember that in the Bible it say something, Noah's Ark. Like the whole thing came, he was building, people didn't realize. But same time, the storm was coming once the gate closed. Everybody that was stuck on the outside, they done. They got flooded.
Right.
They didn't believe what was going to happen. It's just like life. You don't wait till the storm get here. You prepare for the storm. They told you a tornado coming. You going to sit down on the side of the bed till you hear the wind start coming? You supposed to be getting in the storm shelter, getting all your, going through your safety precautions, your flashlights, your batteries. You got to get ready. You got to prepare yourself. So you chose to step outside the box. All my Caucasian friends I got, we have never had any altercations. I got friends, I put up houses, bought cars, and got... Everybody that got over on me, it been my own folk.
Right.
And I'm just going facts with that. But we go to saying this here, then you go over here and these folk, like this man just get off the phone with one of them. They talking business. They talking business. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, even if they may not like you, if it's about some business, you just said that earlier, they're not going to allow this dislike and feeling to stop and getting this bag, man. You understand? And that's what we talking about. We'll let something, I know people that done died in vain, big dog, died in vain over some petty stuff. You owe this man or did something wrong to him. You wouldn't pay this man. Now this man done died in vain. You still alive. In reality, he done gone on the glory way back. You the one suffering. In reality, you dead. Because you're still living your mindset knowing that you could have made that right. Petty stuff. But it causes a bigger effect in the relationships. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when we talk about it concerning me and why I care myself and why I'm so excited and so energetic, because I have to stay motivated and stay driven, because if I chose to react to a lot of things that my brothers and sisters do, I just throw in the towel, man.
Right.
I'm just being honest with you. I'm driven by not getting caught up into what's happening with my surroundings. You can be smart and successful at the same time. I know a bunch of rich folk. Can't count to 5.
Right.
You understand? More money, more problem. and I've been there. Been in Hollywood for 10 years. I seen it all.
I got a question. You being the preacher in the ministry, how you balance your life out, like Hollywood? I like that.
Look, we better go somewhere.
It's like a duality. Like, how you balance this duality over? How you balance that without going insane?
But let me look. Now watch this. And you own a song, but check this out. I sacrifice, like I said, being out there like that. My name is Timothy. First name is Timothy. 4 and 12. Preach the word of God in and out of sea. Let nobody despise you in your youth. You understand? Paul in the Philippian jail. Timothy and Silas were in there with him. Them jail bands wall flew open. They in jail. They could have ran off. But when God got a mission stay for your life, his last mission, Paul had to get the Rome. So he had to stay there. All that abuse, the magistrate beating him with belts and everything, whooping him, talking about he a Jew. No, he was the same thing like them. He's a Levite. So God will make your enemies your footstool. But at the same time, are you willing to keep him first? What you to gain the world and lose your soul? You can never gain the world, but you can't lose your soul trying to gain it. Paul did what he did, but Jesus paid the ultimate price. Your sin debt was paid for. By us being in the sin, we understand that we're going to continue to sin every day, but you don't have to get up out your bed and pick it up. Some of the most devious, demonic, evil people are in the ministry. Pastors, first ladies, church members, because it's a charming witchcraft, sheep and wool clothing. So
they use that scripture to cast spells on you. Really, I always say, we growing up in church. I grew up Baptist.
But I gotta answer a question for you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I want you.
I got you.
Because it's just gonna take you somewhere. When you talk to balance, you man of balance. When you mentioned that to me, that's why I said I'm glad that you segued to that, because this is the meat of everything we talked about. Right. Because I know you. I want you to grow up and keep that too. You said growing up in the ministry for you. I grew up in the ministry too, but for the balance, I stayed unbalanced because I kept on going at Hollywood and stopped listening to God. When I told you I had the bag and I'm on stage all the time, but I wasn't happy, God said, I want you to make people laugh, but I don't want you to be a clown doing it. Your name is Timothy. Right. Born named Timothy. My middle name is James. James 1 and 8. A man is unbalanced. He's unslothful in all his ways. I don't want to be James. That's my middle name. My mama, I was born Timothy James Jennings. So I don't know who this guy was. But I spent my whole life struggling, no father figure, trying to figure out how he was. But once I figured out who he was, through all my ups and downs, tests, trials, and tribulations, you talking about nigga been through something. And every time I went through something, the friends and family members say, man, if I'd been there, I'd have been there for you. They let me down. God held me up. Because that was all I had. See, I went to the Bible, started reading scripture, book of Proverbs, the love chapter. Proverbs talked about that, the love, the word of God is law, principle. Don't decline from the word of God. That's why I went to with the book. I grew up in full gospel church. W. O'Neill, God rest his soul, just passed. Been baptized by this man. I come up full gospel in the project. Jackson Heights when I come up north. Right. Forest Hill right now. Walk from the project through the woods to go to Bible study. All the way back to when the tent revived with the van. Right. So what I was getting in the project from a single parent with 5 boys, I'm the older boy. My mama dropped out of school in the 10th grade to carry me. Now I'm the only one out of all my brothers and my mama with a high school diploma. In a scholarship to go to college. Then make it for the street. But what I'm saying, the noise that was in the project, it was abusive. All the different kind of man running through the house, no father figure, so much combustion. So the noise I was hearing as a project, a little bit of hustler, I didn't like that. When that band came over there with that gospel music, they jumping around, I was like, you feel me? This better than what I'm getting over here. You know what I'm saying? This right here is scary. I got to go in the house and be quiet, never knowing when this stepfather going to beat me with a extension cord or something. So I'm sponging, quiet. But every time I got out of school, I did my homework. I wanted to go to Bible study. I walked through them woods, 5 and 6 and 8, 9, 10 years old, going through Mount Canaan Full Gospel Church, where it's big on the hill. The church used to be big as this room. That man W. O'Neill had a dream from the 2 ceiling fans becoming a whole church. He said, one day I'm going to own this whole Bible this hill. You see it now, on it? He got built that whole Bible. And I watched this little bit of boy, Timothy, walking through the project by myself, because that music that I heard over there with that full gospel was better than all that confusion. There's a little bit of, you see what I'm saying? So that's when that balance came, but I still had to find it. And then in the ministry, that's what the pastor tell you every day. I had so much confusion with pastor. Man, you can't be a comedian and be a preacher too. I said, but God, I fought against the world with this. That's why I left Hollywood. God said, go home. You can't do it this way. You can't be on stage this way and serve me. And every time I'm on stage I was hilarious using profanity. The MF, the son of a B, you H.O. Dude, I go pull up some of my footage. You know I'll blow your mind with that. Being funny for what all the boys doing now, man, come on. You see where I'm at now on the clean side? But over there, man, I was making 2 people cry a night. And that was my goal. I said, I want to see tears coming out your eye before I leave this show, man. And when I was cussing, but God was telling me, he said, no, you different. You unique. You are organic. I want to do something different. I want you to impact the world on a whole nother level. They may not see it, but trust me, they know it. Cause you can hear the bull and you can hear the noise coming. But we like, oh, that's just so Tim. If you can make it at home, you can make it anywhere, man. So when that time comes for you to really soar, they ground you. Cause if they ain't talking about you, you ain't moving, man. And that's what I couldn't sacrifice. Keep your money, keep your bag, keep all the stuff y'all doing. But I'm waiting on God to balance me. So once he told me that I was balanced in 2018, with my stand up in my ministry, I thought it was going to make more people gravitate to me. Oh my God. Folks start shying away. I'm like, wow. Because God said, I isolated you. I don't elevate crowd. I elevate individually. Watch out. I just helped somebody just did. You heard that?
Oh, yeah, I heard.
So he took me and pulled me over here. He said, look at them. Look how they all disbobulated and tripping. And I used to wonder why Jesus went into the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights. If he'd have stayed out there and never came in, he wouldn't have died.
Right.
You understand? Everybody talking about Judas Iscariot was a thief. He betrayed Jesus. But guess what? If Judas would have never told them priests, them police what Jesus was, Jesus would never been crucified. That was part of God's plan.
Right.
Because Jesus said, if I give my soul, you receive my soul up into heaven. God set that up through Judas. Judas was part of God's plan to get Jesus told on. So Jesus died for us to be resurrected, to live.
Right. Right. Like you read scripture, he set Judas up for that.
Now you see what I'm saying? So
because he knew Judas hard.
That's right.
He know Judas gonna betray him anyway. So we had him.
That's right.
He set him up. Okay. That's why he told him, I know you gonna betray me. Okay. But he set you up.
Okay.
Betray
now you see what I'm saying?
He know all they hard.
Okay. He said, which one of you amongst me is gonna betray me? He already knew because Judas had touched the cup too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he was part of his plan. So that's part of my plan. The people that you think they're going to betray you, God will use the people. He'll take the weak to help the wise.
Right.
Everybody that been finishing first financially, who's getting what they get, he's pulling them to the back. So the one that been faithful over a few things, he gonna make them rule over many. That's why so much exposure being put out now in the world. You ain't got to move. You just can walk righteously because God already know who been taking advantage of, who been walking in sinful nature, who been doing this, who been doing that. He said your footsteps are ordered. Jeremiah 29:11. He knew who you for inside the womb of your mama.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sarah with the baby child, and she 90, Hub, Isaiah. You can't, the baby, we're going to make a laughing child. God can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be a spiritual junkie, but you do got to know right from wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's so hard to do wrong, man. And it's so easy to do right. But what doing right is a bigger penalty you have to pay. It's not gonna benefit you right then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to hold out and continue walk that walk of faith? So when God give it to you, it's eternal glory. If you gonna let the world give it to you, it ain't gonna last long.
It's like when we started the podcast. Like you said, say you went to Jesus, say I give you the whole word, you bow down and worship me. Understand? You break that down is right. A corporation can give me everything, but I had to work on them. God's plan is to make you an own boss.
That's facts.
So that's why he said, get beneath me, Satan. Because I'm sitting to be next in line.
Come on.
Well, I don't want to do all this for you and be a servant for you.
Right.
And I'm sitting there be the next boss.
That's right.
So people, I think people misunderstand scriptures. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
He been telling you like, hey, you your own boss, you your own God. You do this. You ain't got to serve. You can create your own. kingdom.
It's already over there.
Yeah.
It's
Well, he said my father how there many.
Yeah, that's right. But see, when you speak of these things, they're there. But here's the part that people, he said your faith had to be the father of mustard seed. What he's saying that while I'm telling you that these things exist, faith without work is dead.
Right.
You know the content of what you up against. But here's the thing, just an example. Watch this. I had a major tree just cut down on one of my properties, right? Mm-hmm. Pine tree. I'm talking about huge. It's in front of the property, but it's leaning toward the house on the right? I don't want to be a bad altercation because the storm had just hit. One fell in my yard and one fell over on the other property where we were talking about going. Mm-hmm. So God told me, look at man, the property was built in 76. You bought the house in 1990. The tree been there ever since 76 standing. And all these trees fell down around it, right?
Right.
So what you gonna do? The tree normally cost $5-6 to get done. He said, I'm gonna show you patience. So many people came to him, man, I do it for $2,500, I do it for 3 racks, I do whatever. God said it ain't about the money. I want to see if your patience is on point. Right. Listen to this. I said, how much you're gonna hold out, cause it's finna start getting cool, and then the tree finna go dormant, right? Mm-hmm. The bag gonna be light. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna know that the business slowed down. He gonna send me just that person. Right. And so, boom, 2 weeks go by. I call this cat, man, shoot, I didn't give me an estimate on the tree. You know, another cat said $2,500, another cat said $3,000. God told me specifically in my spirit. He said, you ain't gonna spend number $1,500 on that tree. I said, really? The dude that across the street just had 4 cut down. He got about like 8 racks. I said, man, $1,500. I said, come on, man. I expect to spend at least $3,000 to $4,000. God blessed the dude to come cut that tree down for $1,500. I'm getting at it like this here, but he moved a lot of it. And he left a pile on the lot next to the house. I told him trying to get this stuff done, right? But the house next to it, the dude there, but he's vacant. He lost his job at Publix. He's struggling, you know, trying to get his life together. But I said to myself, I wasn't gonna let the tree hit his house and stuff like that. So, but I did put a pile of stuff in front of his house. Workers slow by getting up. No, once again, they don't want to work. But God told me today, he said, I thought the power was gone, right? They said in the system it was gone. Mm-hmm. But the man came home, hadn't been home in a long, called me, hey man, boo, you got this stuff coming to my house, you got the water meter. I'm like, whoa, I thought it was gone, right? Mm-hmm. So heading out there, once I took care of my business, God said, don't worry about it. This is why we know the God is good. He said, don't worry about it. Today is going to be the day that once you get out there, all these trucks done passed by. They done passed by for 2 weeks. They got it up. Mm-hmm. He said, today is going to be the day that you show them how structured, how you trusted me. Faith without work is dead. I got faith that God said this power going to be moved today. But we got faith though, but are we willing to operate and work in our faith? You listen to me. Faith is a word. Faith is something that we see, something that we believe in. It's a substance that we see that we want it to manifest. Right. Okay. But for it to manifest, we got to put our feet to the plow. Right. Faith is there, but you got to work in your faith. Because faith without work is dead. Right. So I had to go out there and do the resources and move around in the neighborhood to see where these trucks at. Right. You see where I'm going with that?
Hey, you know what I'm tell you what's crazy about that? I'm tell you. Dang, you said something like faith. I think most people don't understand that, right? Though, because people have faith, but they always try to proper plan things. Faith means just do it. You know, they say just take action. You say, hey, I'm just in the door. Whatever goes. Hey, I'm willing to lose. I'm going on faith.
That's right.
This is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Hey, whatever, you'd be amazing people you might run into.
And in this season for you, man, I'm gonna say this. When we stopped and chopped up at the service station, as individuals, we think of as a coincidence. It's divine intervention. You can have a podcast, you can have all kind of stuff, but you need something that's motivating and something that's gonna stick like glue. Because right. Everything appears to be the same when you talk to certain people. They're not talking like this.
Right.
Because we have identity crisis. I don't have that. I know who I am in the body of Christ. Unfortunately, the people that I associate myself with, they the one that's struggling with the narcissistic mindset. You understand what I'm saying? Because in the house of God, we fellowship. We supposed to be kingdom builders.
Right.
But instead of being kingdom builders, we're tearing down the kingdom. It's so much evil and demonic stuff going on in the house of God, because the other day, we always saying what the word they quick to say, I heard the Lord say. Well, the Lord got my cell phone number. Why the Lord got to call you to tell me something?
Hey, when you go to church, right? They mix scriptures. Okay, the pastor used scripture to justify himself.
Yeah.
I see the pastor say, when the God prophesied, he says prophesied in men, but he was justifying himself. So it was spirit in men that come to prophesy. They mean every man on the planet. So if God ain't told me this, and you telling me so, God ain't told me this, because you said it's a spirit in men.
That's right.
They give men
no trust in man.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mess it up, but I'm just telling you, like, it's what it is. So it's that tuition that God didn't show me that.
Right. But then why they don't speak? Why they don't preach of the rapture?
Because they ain't gonna make no money.
Now you
trying to run the whole church out. Your job to keep them coming back every Sunday to make it feel good.
I heard the Lord say you gonna have a lot of money coming to your house real soon. Here you gonna wait 5-6 years, a money order ain't came, but you still dumping into the church every Sunday.
Now for this, the Bible do talks about prosperity, not how the church speaks about it.
Right.
It's in your face. I think we don't read.
You talk about it, but do you supposed to preach about it?
No, they preach, right? So
don't preach prosperity.
Prosperity is investing in yourself.
That's
the scripture say this. But like I had to tell my mom a long time ago. I said the Bible said pay your tithes. Pay your tithes to who? You the church. You pay your tithe to yourself. You put 10% back to yourself.
Okay. And then you speak of that. What do you consider tithes? Man has turned it to finances. Back in the day, tithes was resources, time, money, blankets, and food.
Yeah, you use all that.
Storehouse. What are you gonna store in the house? You don't store money in the house.
But like you go in the scripture, right?
Get that? A storehouse is where you store groceries, like a pantry.
Yeah, I get that, but when you go back, like, let me see, back in time, but no, like, even time, they store food and vegetables in their house. Mm-hmm. They had fields and land, so they store food there. Mm-hmm. They pay 10% back to themselves in the land. It's in the scriptures.
Yeah.
They ain't talk about no building.
That's right.
He told them to prepare themselves. So when they start putting back, they start cutting back. They start growing their own crops and stuff. Mm-hmm. Start putting, it was even,
7 years.
Yeah, so they were sowing seeds.
Facts.
They sowed seeds. When it's time to sow seeds, they sowed seeds for they could harvest the wealth.
That's right. That's it.
Because you the church.
That's right.
But like I said, it's in the scripture. People just got to read it. It's in your. You want to talk about prosperity? It's in your face, but you keep on listening to a man until you
study to show thyself approval.
Right.
The Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. Right. If you chose to listen to a person, the Bible said, put no trust in man. God said, I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Right.
The flesh is weak, but the spirit is strong. Which are you going to stand on? It's the spirit. Because the spirit is a thing that you can reach for that's not here. It's God said, I'm omnipresent. I'm everywhere at all times. People move and vacillate here and there. Emotions, feelings, physically, emotionally, intellectually, all that thing change daily because it depends on what the body's going through. So many different functions, so many different narratives. God said we should be able to eat off the land. That's why he made the farming, the agriculture, grape, peaches, plums, all this stuff is soft. You didn't supposed to eat fowls of the animal, the bloody thing, anything with a hard. That's why our teeth were made to eat soft stuff.
Right.
So we chose to take this avenue. So now the doctor got to come into you about cancer. Cancer is not a sickness. Cancer is a stress zone. Right. Because people can be walking around with cancer right now for years. Go take one physical and the doctor tell them that they found cancer is in stage 4. 2 weeks later, they dead.
Right. Depression.
depressed and stressed.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm talking about?
I mean, just say this too. You said it's a real thing. It's a thing, man. This is a thing. Us as
This
a
is good
nation.
stuff here, man.
Us as
You might want
black
to borrow
culture,
this
right?
up, Rob. You might want to borrow this up.
What time? What time it is?
It's
Okay.
6:51.
Okay. So to wrap it up, man. I want to speak of apple course. Like I said,
And then before we get into the comedy and the show stuff.
I got you. With apple course, ties of the land. We left all that and believe it is a great thing to move to New York City. My ancestors and them, all of them left. They left the land where they could have been rich and been wealthy, but went to go work and talk about going to get an education and living in these regular cities.
Same thing here. Downtown. We own all that. I knew partners had all them buildings where the Lyric Ward. I knew guy had the building across the street for the A.G. Gaston Ward. I knew all these brothers had all this stuff downtown. Hoodwink and bamboozled. We left and went to Hoover and bought all this stuff up and left downtown as our property.
Right.
Then came back and sold it for a little bit of nothing. Now these folks build all this stuff downtown on the south side and charging $2,000 and $3,000 a month for rent on the building, a lot of the buildings that we had. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about Black Wall Street, Tulsa Wall Street, all this stuff was there. 4th Avenue, that's what that was. Now you look at it, what it is now, you got the chicken joints and the whatever, but same time, those are not really places that we can consider our own. Because anytime you got 5 or 6 and 7, 8 different people, hands in the pot, it's just like a hung jury. You know, I went to school, I want to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be a perpetual liar. I didn't want to be a physician. I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a police. Because I know at the end of the day, those people can straight face lie to you. They lawyer tell you to your face, tell me the truth. You pay me to lie for you. You know what I'm saying? So when you dealing with those type of things, that means you got 8, 9 different people because you got to go sit down at the table. 2 people might agree, 5 might disagree. That's a hung jury. So that means the money's not going to be distributed to where it need to be distributed. And like I said, grant money for different things. If you don't know how to get to the bag and know how to go and fill out these 501c, whatever case may be, to get certain things, to get your business going, how you going to get it done? Then if you do know something about it, if they bring a whole, for instance, like a whole different, just say somebody get voted into office, right? And they going to bring their whole team in with them. All the folks that were there, they got to go.
Right.
They're going to bring the whole different team in with them. So what they bring to the table, they want a whole different format of paperwork. They getting rid of that whole system. This is what we got to have. And every time you bring this paperwork, they're going to elevate. Okay, we got that. You need 4 people. Why do you need 4 people and Rob work by himself? You can't give him nothing that you ain't got, but it's on the paper. So now you can't make up 4 people, you ain't got them. That's enough for them just to not want to deal with you because they're going to keep on sending paperwork to you to make you just shut down and not do it anymore, what I'm saying.
Right.
That's even what's going on now. You know, we work hard. We didn't do everything. You look at the shutdown, all the stuff we talking about, but who can endure more than us? Who can do more than us? Nobody. We had it. All the stuff, the refrigerator, the stove, the elevators, the ice cream maker. You know who created all that stuff, man?
Us.
Okay. But at the end of the day, we had the mind, but we didn't have the product.
Right.
See? So until we own our own cameras, our own buildings, our own money, our own banks, we can't really go to the table and request nothing until we come together, collect and start to put our bags together and our money together and working together.
Right.
And that's why when you say what you say to me, I'd be like, okay, how could I be great by myself and not want to be greater with my brother? Because when we walk together, we shine together. You know what I'm saying? I might look a certain way when I'm in the front of you, but I don't want to make it when you stand in the office for me. That's not my objective. My objective is you see this brother rock and rolling like he rock and rolling. I want some of that. I see how you chewing it. It look like it tastes good, bro. Where you buy that at? You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. Can I eat with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? All this old ill feeling about stuff that it really ain't about nothing, man. We can't get to the bag like that, man. Tripping and ill and all like that. You know? And while we fighting amongst each other like stray dogs, one dog in heat, you got 15 stray dogs over fighting, see who gonna hit the dog. Here go the dog with the mange creep right on over there and hit her. Y'all over there and cut each other all up. He ain't worked for nothing. Y'all done killed each other, and this one stray dog and got her pregnant. Same way with life. Who gonna impregnate the whole team so when the baby comes in the world, we can all be a father figure or a mother figure to the child. Cause we gotta set something for our kids to coming up. Some kind of president, they the next generation. Right. Rap music, all that stuff, man, that's just a facade. Them cars, them guns, shoot. But we want to bring it to reality in life. Real life. Cycle killing each other every day in the project. Fighting and shooting and stuff. But these boys in these videos ain't doing that in real life.
Nah. Just a false light.
Yeah, so that's why I tell you this right here in this platform, you going into something 2025, this for you, that 2025 is over with, 2026 is coming up. I pray that it just blow up. Because the platform and you bring more to what we talking about now, it's crazy, man. I know what he capable of, and you put your team of people together and you do something consistent. Anything you need me to do, I'm gonna work out. The more they hear about this here man, the more they gonna come together. Because I chose not to even do these drops. You ain't see me on nobody that's live. But when I know your spirit, I say, that's okay. I like that, brother, man. I watch how you move when you come and start on my stuff. Cause anybody up and ask me, can I do this here? And you ain't never seen me on nobody's stuff, you know, because I said, I'm doing all this for myself. Right. So why I got to come out and get on somebody else's podcast when I got all this stuff for myself? Right. You understand? But I saw your spirit, and I said, I like that dude, and I know that you bring something to the table that's different. Cause I saw you working, putting on a lot of cats on, but the different energy they bring to the room. I said, this man's serious about his passion. And you got all these different kind of crazy, ill feeling coming in the house, but you got to stay the course because what God has got for you is for you. And at the end of the day, when you're doing this, sometimes can be kind of, I know how you come, hey bro, I'm trying to do this here, kind of. I felt you when you talking about that service station. But when that stuff started hitting you like that, that letting you know God in the mix of your confusion, you thinking things ain't working right, God can do something amazing. Cause if you're happy when it's finna happen, you're gonna miss it. Right. You get that? Yeah, I guess. Listen to me. Cause I asked all my company friends all around the world, the major one that's getting the bag. I said, did you know the day that you were gonna get successful, start getting the bag like you get it? Let me answer that for you. I said, you a lie. Don't nobody know the day that they gonna pop in this business. You just happen to be working and being consistent. Next thing you know, God said your gift will make room for you. And what that means is that your gift gonna put you in the rooms of great men. He'll put people in your footsteps because your footsteps are ordered. So as you continue to walk according to his will for your life, he'll put people in that vision. He'll put people in that path to help you along the way. But here's the thing now, it ain't gonna be your brother. It ain't gonna be your sister. It ain't gonna be your auntie, your uncle, your nephew. See? Those people that gonna say, oh, that's old Rob, he doing what he normally do. He doing what he normally do. God gonna put people in your life that see your gift and say, okay, I see what he working with. That's my fan base. I'm not concerned about the one that local, they're gonna come to my show and whatever, but our universal global that see the talent. That be, man, we love you. Help my family. You did, man. Can you say this? Can you do this here? I want organic people. I want genuine people. That ain't every time you get on your page got something. You're gonna deal with that little riffraff. But I have more greatness than I have garbage. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say in this season, man, he's raising up some kings, and I see you in this for what you got going on. So every opportunity you get the opportunity to level it up, but level it up with some people that. On some other kind of stuff. You see the merch and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. And that's why I dropped that. And copyright and everything. My stuff is up. We're always up. Oh, yeah. Everybody always looking down. That's what I said to myself. If I can motivate myself, at the same time, let people see it. It's a blessing. You go out there and work at the Star Dome. You sell $500-$600 of merchandise. You see me work. And I don't take none of it for granted. I'm grateful, that people support me, and I don't be all. I'm a comedian. I'm not a clown. You understand what I'm saying? You look at me, that dude looks serious, like old college boy. right though, Rob. And that's what we heard a lot of. I'm like, man, I don't have to go in the room and be all silly. I'm a professional. That don't mean I got to go in a room and just be acting all like a clown, man. The microphone, that stage, is why I do my body work. I'm silly. You know what I'm saying? You see me do what, but I don't. The louder person in the room can be the most weakest person in the room.
Facts. And that's the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth.
But here's the thing. I walk in there and be on mute, young buck, and still be the louder one in the room. They saying this right here through assumption. Man, I know the nigga funny. He ain't saying nothing. I don't know if you're a preacher or a comedian. Because God knows I gave him balance. And that's what he wants you to always think. You shouldn't be able to figure me out. You catch that? God don't want you to figure me out. But same time, by you trying to figure me out, he don't mean for you to try to salt me out, to try to hurt me or harm what he's doing through me. The reality, what you should be trying to do is figure out what he's doing. Trust me, it's not easy. It's complicated, but he's consistent and not no weapon formed against him will ever prosper. If I be lifted up, I would draw all man unto me. Look to the hills which cometh thy help and strength. He ain't said look at Rob or look at young buck. He said look up there. Because if I keep looking at you, I'm going to fall short of glory.
Right.
Because every day the bar going to be raised when it comes to us now. You done jumped over, you done heard of that, come back is higher. Because the expectation is always out of the stratosphere. You feel me? And that's where we at. That's why I study. That's why I write. You ask me about the ministry stuff, and I can flow like I flow because it's in me. God works from the inside out, man. And I write so much. I read. I'm so creative. And if you're stuttering, he lying, man. If he's stuttering, he lying. If you love the Lord and you got your game tight, pastor do what they got to do in scripture, but you can look at a person and tell them if they genuine or they just throwing you some lip mama jumbo. Because folks in this world now just talking just to pass time. Yeah, of course we going to do that next Friday, man. Next Friday come you don't hear nothing. Facts. You understand? Niggas will come and find you to lie to you. I'm at a venue tucked off. Got a sombrero on, some shade. Here behind the pole at this venue with my wife and my team. Thought they want to get me on the stage, do some free comedy. Nigga always want something for free. I'm laying back in the cut. I told my wife, I said, look, I see that dude over right there. He lied to me last year about some business. Came to me talking about the business. Here to 6 months gone by. I seen him several other times and put more money on him again. He ain't mentioned that last incident or nothing. I said, but watch this before we leave here. He gonna make his way through the crowd. He gonna come find me and he gonna lie to me again. You hear me, man?
Same story.
On my deceased mama. I'm over there chilling, laying back. He made his way through the crowd. Came over there, got on my shoulder. Yo, what's up, dog? You over there laying back incognito, dog? I said, what's happening, man? Man, I've been trying to holler at you, man. I've been out of town. I'm finna go back out of town. I got 2 more shows I gotta do. Listen, next Wednesday, I'm gonna holler at you, man. We're gonna put this show together. I got some dates, man. I wanna put you on. I said, okay, man, just holler at me. When he walked out there, I did my wife. Why? Why? He came and found me just to lie to me again.
Just to make yourself seem.
And just to make themselves seem. And these guys doing okay. They doing radio, they doing shows, whatever. And that's what the world, I leave with this right here. That's why what you said to me about people that are doing wrong, listen, are successful. A lie is the truth, and the truth is a lie. People are struggling in the world. God, I've been doing everything faithful for you. I've been staying true. I've been struggling, trying to keep myself staying faithful, staying righteous. Why I'm not prospering? Why are the wicked people getting everything? Why are the lying people in the church and the pastors and all this stuff living good? And I've been faithful to you all this time. Why? You catch that?
I get it, but you know what? You know what they missing?
Yeah.
Money is like a cycle, right? The money is the recycle. The wicked go do anything to get the money, but they never gonna keep it. He'll give it to me. He'll give it to you. Well, they said the devil give you, but he always take it back. But God give you something that last.
That's right.
See, they gonna get it first, but they gonna lose it.
That's right.
And I'm gonna get it.
That's right. That's it.
It's just like somebody robbed the bank. They got the money for possession, and the money just why out of nowhere, there's somebody along on the road just found some money. Like, damn, where the money come from?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Because that's how the cycle of money rolls.
Yeah, but are people willing to?
Anybody that wrongs a man get blessed 10 times fold.
But the punishment for the people that been wrong, they looking at it. They need to see the effect of it right now of what the person did to them. But see, God's timing is different.
Right.
God will work through your family. He'll keep you alive and limb you to death. And he'll hurt your children. He'll hurt somebody close to you that you love and leave you here just to suffer and see what happened to them. This thing can go so many different ways because we serve awesome God and his ways is not our ways. He do things totally different than what we expect. Because every time we get ready to fall, first thing we say, oh Lord, help me. The kids use like it's just lingo on God, on my mama. They disrespect their mama and they don't believe in God. They just saying whatever. So that's why I said people see people successful that's not really paying homage to who God is. But the people that's standing on the word that really love the word of God, they're not really getting what's just due to them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I get to the before we go. People they should think themselves, but they deception. Wicked people is mass deception.
You gotta say.
They mass deception, right? So they can see they doing good, but been blinded by the light.
Yeah.
And you were doing 10 times better than them.
Yeah. And that's the
They know how to put a show on.
yeah, sure.
Like
they
doing all these big things. In reality, they ain't doing nothing.
in debt and everything. Like I've been there.
See, you had to look at it when you say people why the wicked so successful. Sometimes they're not successful. They just put on the flaw.
Right. And the people that's trying to see God manifestation in their life, they can't really see God because they're looking at this person.
Just blinded by the light.
Blinded by the light. That's why darkness going to always be brought back to the light because the Bible said God created light and light was good.
Yeah.
So if you continue to focus on the light, whatever you see in the dark, eventually is going to be exposed.
Yeah.
So we got to find a place in our heart to say, God, just keep me covered and keep me close to the cross. Why I look at all of this until you draw me out to where I really need to be. And don't scratch me out. Keep me with them fruits of the Spirit. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and 23. Peace, joy, long-suffering, forbearance. You understand what I'm saying? Gentleness, humbleness. Keep me close to them 9 fruits of the Spirit. Because life within itself going to have you dealing with all these things. You're going to have to humble yourself through certain walks. Because at the end of the day, we want what we want, but I pray for your health.
Facts.
See? Prioritize what's most important. Without health, nothing is possible.
Right.
I pray for Rob great health. I pray for my family health. Because I know so many people crying for the bag. Nigga got diagnosed with this, got diagnosed with that. Now he ain't worried about the bag anymore. Because you putting priorities over your personal things. I said, God, help my health and strength. Keep me looking good. Keep my heart right. Keep my colonoscopy, prostate. I said, keep me this, keep me this. That's what I pray for. You know, and then God said, I got you. Cause you doing things in decency and order. You know what I'm saying? Obedience is far more greater than sacrifice. I'm obedient to the Spirit. If I'm in the Spirit means I'm supposed to live eternal life. Other folks, Methuselah, they live 965 years. You understand what I'm saying? So why can we get close? God said 7 score. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get 77. These niggas leave here 27, 37, 47, 57. The new 67 is the 80-year-old person. The new 30 is the 60. Grandmama 35 right now. The generation gap is pulled back on the numbers because we're not concerned about death and who's going to live and who's going to die. Ask a young nigga, hey man, y'all slow down, man. You're going to lose your, man, I ain't worried about no death. You ought to see me getting the hell of around them dudes. They don't honor life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it takes us billions what we got here in 2025, 26 is coming. That's why God said, make the move. Like my wife said, you going over there? I said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I said, cause God told me to rock and roll with you. I pray about all this, you know what I'm saying? I'm isolated. I'm tight-knit. You see how I move. He said, but you, I think if I can plug what I got to help you, you know what I'm saying, on this level, it's going to prepare you for what's coming in 2026. Y'all brothers working, man. Y'all stay consistent because at the end of the day, man, lights, camera, and action. It's going to be powerful, man. And that's a lane within itself. All the backdrop, because I'm doing all this for myself. By myself. So if you get you a good team is strength, man. And that's the first thing that love starts with is a commitment. If your word don't mean nothing, you ain't nothing. You pick that phone up, say, man, I said we're going to be there at 5. You saw me hit you up? I said, we still on at 6? I'm already suited and booted. You say, yep, yes, boom, I'm there. Rain, sleet, or snow. That's what we got. Our word have to mean something. That's how we get to the bag. Stop just lip serving, saying stuff, and not honor your word.
Right.
When you honor your word, the riches start that day. And that's what my people on. I tell my son I need something. I need a new logo. I need a new this. Boom, he own it. I got your pop. I tell my wife I need something. I tell my other team member I need something. They own it. Ain't no excuses, whatever. And that's what you want. You want people that have that same passion and that drive. And that's what it's about. Organic. You know what I'm saying? People that genuine with you in this business. Because that's what it's going to take. You see all these guys that's successful right here now, man. They got a collective of people that plays their role within their account, man. Kevin Hart, I called a name one time. He ain't where he at because he by himself now. People. The boy doing stadiums. 60, 70,000. The same state where the Buffalo Bills play in. Nigga up there telling jokes, man. Like you that Joe Osteen said church like a black man. I ain't just saying whatever he is, that's a black man. In a stadium with 60,000 people and I'm telling jokes, man. I don't care what they say, what he doing, I don't really care. But at the end of the day, that's my brother. And he up in there with 60, 70,000 people. I don't, whatever they talk about, I don't care. But at the end of the day, you can't tear him down. You can't talk about him. You understand? Like, well, he did. Who really care? It's 60,000 people in that stand watching this little short 5'3", 5'2" boy on stage tell these jokes. And that's all that mattered to me. They said Steve Harvey wasn't funny. Every time you turn your TV on, Steve Harvey on everything.
Right. See everywhere.
Every channel.
I like, man, do he ever get tired? He on Family Feud. He on everything.
Now you see what I'm saying? But people say it is what it is. Only strong survive and whatever. People said something wrong with it. It is what it is, but he survived it. And that's everybody's approach is different. But at the end of the day,
I'll wrap it up. What you got in motion coming up? I know you said you got the Comedy Club.
I got the Comedy Club coming up, and we working on a few other things though. But the closest thing I got now is the one coming up. I got some stuff coming up too, but something for the city of Birmingham, man. Birmingham, Alabama is. I got the Stardome coming December 14th with that Level Up Comedy Show Phase 3. That's backed by popular demand. A couple shows did so good, man, and I really done with that for this year. But people wanted me to do it again, so we put one more on Sunday, December the 14th. Church crowd, you know, people coming from everywhere to do it one more time. That's on a Sunday, December the 14th at 6:30 at the Stardome. The door open at 5:15. The show is at 6:30. No, I'm selling some of the tickets too. I got a lot of them I want to try to knock out for myself and my fans that like to reach out without computer literate people. So I just try to knock it out that way. And they can holler at me through $ Understand Me Now. That's on Cash App and something like that. And you can reach out to me, DM me. Y'all know my social media site. Too Alive to Quit. The number 2 Alive to Quit. Also Chosen 64 on YouTube and Facebook. And just working, man. You know, I'm all over the place.
Appreciate you, Tim, coming on, man.
Yeah.